You're going to find a relationship that's valuable in progressing you in life rather than giving you trauma. You don't want to be an option because that leads to situationships and that leads to confusion, and confusion leads to spiraling, and spiraling leads to trauma, and trauma leads to complete delulu. So we still have men who are out here in relationships spreading STDs. Don't give men an option. It's either 100% or no access. There's no more gray area. It's either 0 or 100. Don't give men the option to make you an option.
You are now hearing Talks with Eriana, an original and engaging video podcast. Navigate love, relationships, and life, and subscribe right now. Hello. Welcome back to the podcast. This is Talks with Eriana, and I'm your host, Eriana. And today, we're going to be talking about relationships. We all have relationships in our lives, whether it's friendships, whether it's family, whether it's parental, whether it's children. We all have relationships in our lives that exist, that thrive, that hurt us, and most of the time, the relationships that hurt us are the ones that we care about the deepest, the ones that we take to a deep level of understanding and caring for another individual to a point where we take ourselves and we emotionally drain ourselves. We emotionally expend so much energy, time, and financials to the point where it literally drains our soul, our mind, and sometimes it takes a really bad toll on us. And after multiple failed relationships, whether it's personal, whether it's relationship, whether it's romantic, whether it's a child and a parent or a parent and a child, whether it's work relationships need to be nurtured. They need to be catered to. They need attention. Not only attention, but intention. And that is the problem with a lot of relationships. There is not a lot of intention. So today, I want to talk about the 0-100 rule because honestly, we all need to understand it. We all need to live by it. And we all need to understand that relationships are important to people. Even if you may not find a relationship important, if someone's in your life, they find you important. So we need to get to that sense of caring again and understanding that relationships, and more importantly, people and their feelings are not dispensable. They're not removable. They are human beings that have lasting effects from your actions. So your intentions with anyone in life need to be pure, need to be honest, need to be upfront, and as well as intentional. You have to have that sense of security of understanding what a relationship is, how to navigate it, and how to nurture it for it to flourish no matter what sort of relationship it is. Today, I want to talk specifically about romantic relationships, whether it's men, whether it's women, whether you're dating a man, whether you're dating a woman, I don't care who it is. But most importantly, this is going out to the men. This is going out to the men because men, for some reason, have emotional capacity problems. They don't understand how to emotionally navigate relationships, and they're going into relationships not thinking, or I shouldn't say going into, they are actively seeking relationships without understanding what the definition of a relationship is. That's a little insane to me. I just kind of broke something off recently. I wouldn't call it a situationship, but I wouldn't call it a relationship either. It was more like it was dating. There we go. And this is so funny because the word dating is what I was trying to get this man to understand. If we're going out, if we're hanging out, if we like each other's time, if we're, having sexual relations, if we're literally spending so much time together, we are dating. And I try to make that from point number one, this is what I was saying. We are dating. This is the definition of dating. Going out, hanging out, enjoying each other's times, having sex, being with each other. That is what dating is. And the only thing I'm asking is exclusivity because I don't want STDs. Never had one, never will, don't want one. So
in the sense of capacity, if we are going to that sexual point, then I need exclusivity. And it took him saying, I don't know what dating is, this is what his thought process was. I don't know what dating is, so I had to go through a whole loop of what dating is for him to actually understand what dating is. And at that point, I was like, I don't even want to see you anymore. Like, I don't. Why am I sitting here having to explain what dating is and what exclusivity is to a grown man? I am not here to be a teacher. Women are not here to be teachers. Like, chillax. Go and get yourself an education. I don't know what it is, but we should not have to deal with men if they don't even understand the simple terms of dating, and everyone wants to talk about changing definitions. Well, men change definitions all the time to fit their narrative. They don't want to date, but they want to do everything that's dating except exclusivity. So here's where we're going with this. That was a little bit of a rant and a little bit of an experience, but we're over it. I'm over it. We're chill, but I'm no longer in a spot where I'm dating people where I have to explain what relationships are, where I have to explain what exclusivity is, where I have to explain how to be a partner. Because you should not have to explain how to be a partner. You should not have to explain how to be a human being who cares about another human being emotionally and healthily, bodily wise. So we're going to get into this today. It is nothing more than the 0-100 rule. It's either you give me 0 or 100. And this is not for everyone. This is for specifically people, human beings, girl, boy, they, them, she, her, him, he, I don't care. This is for anyone who's dating, but I'm mostly specifically targeting and not targeting, but direct, because targeting is a targeting word. I'm directing this to women who are dating straight men. This is where I'm directing it to, because straight men seem to have this incapability of understanding what an actual relationship is nowadays. And I don't want to blame it on social media, but it's that red pill. It's that red pill that men need to believe that they are the strongest of the bunch. Men need to believe that they are the alphas of the bunch. Meanwhile, it's 2025 and the roles are reversing a lot, where women don't necessarily need men. And I always pull this up because, yes, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 2,000 years ago, yeah, obviously women needed men for protection, but now women can protect themselves. Women can be up in a high-rise building instead of fighting off a bear like 2,000 years ago. Women don't need the protection from a man that was guaranteed from having a man 2,000 years ago versus today. So now women are demanding the exclusivity part, the emotional capacity part for a man to understand what a woman needs. And now that women are understanding that they can have families on their own, they can raise kids on their own, they can make their own income, it's becoming a detriment to the man ego. The man ego is becoming so hit with so many blows of how life was for the past 3,000 years, where women needed men, to now women don't need men. So now I feel like they are acting out. They are literally making sure that they are trying to make society unlivable for women, so we can go back to a time where women depended on men versus a progression of time where women can be independent. So what the 0-100 rule is basically, I'm giving you 0% or you're giving me 100%. That's basically what it is. It's plain and simple. Don't give men an option. It's either 100% or no access to me, to women. And this is for women who are intentionally dating to find a husband, intentionally dating to find a lifetime partner, because not everyone's intention is to get married. But this rule is for women who are intentionally dating to find someone, to find a life partner to achieve goals with, to achieve a lifestyle with, to grow old with. Because if you have this rule in your back pocket, you will literally avoid so much pain, so much hurt, situationships, and shitty men. And I can 100% attest to this because I have started living by this rule and it is saving me a lot of pain. There's no more gray area. It's either 0 or 100. Don't give men the option to make you an option. This is what this rule is. So, here's my issue nowadays is that men date women intending to be single. And that makes no sense. I'm pretty sure every woman out there right now is thinking, what does that even mean? How do you date intending to be single? It's the lifestyle straight men are living right now. They have so many options in regards to dating apps. And people, it's just, they intend to date women to be single. And I'm trying to explain that as best as I can. And I know y'all can understand this, but men's minds for some reason think, oh, I can see multiple women and have multiple women because I can date them but not commit to them. I can date them and I can do date-like things, but I just can't be, I don't have to be exclusive with them because I'm the prize. The men are the prize. And that is something that is wearing off. Men are becoming super insecure in their roles in life that they are looking for mother figures. They are looking for mothers to mother them. So now we have all these options of mothering. Okay, well, I don't need to be exclusive because now all women are like, okay, I'm going to give this man a chance because he's nice, he's this, that, he checks off 50% of the boxes except for the exclusivity, except for, things that are necessary in a relationship. So they're like, okay, I'll give him a chance and I'll let him ride and I'll kind of just be the wishy-washy. Okay, I don't know what we are, but I'll go along with this. No, don't do that. Don't go along with whatever a man wants and thinks. Men obviously have not gotten it yet. Men obviously have not understood how to live a life yet. I mean, we still have men cheating on their wives. We still have men who are out here in relationships spreading STDs. Don't be wishy-washy because you are risking your health and you are risking your emotional capacity and your emotional health. We want as least trauma as possible. So men date intending to be single. Men date because they want to have relations with women. They want to do the dating things, but they don't want to commit. And without that commitment, you are not truly dating someone. Without that exclusivity, you're not truly dating someone. And I live by that. Now, there are different types of relationships, 100%. There are, what is it now? E&M, ethically non-monogamous, and I support anyone's relationships that they have. But in my personal experience, in my personal life, I need a monogamous relationship. My relationship can't be open. So this 0-100 rule is definitely directed to people who are intending to be monogamous and trying to be committed and exclusive with one specific person. So what is the 100% of the 0-100 rule? 100% means that you are not talking to another woman. 100% means you are not actively seeking another woman. You are not actively on dating apps. You are not actively on social medias entertaining DMs. You are not sliding into other women's DMs. You are actively not focused on anyone but me. You are not focused on anyone but the woman who you are talking to, who you are having sex with, who is giving you time, energy, and compassion and exclusivity. Because I'm not saying all women, but most women do want that exclusivity. They are willing to devote, and devote is a strong word, but most women are willing to devote themselves and prop themselves up as a wife-esque material because they want that exclusivity from a man. But a man, for some reason, is always wishy-washy. One minute he wants something, the next minute he doesn't. So if you give him that area of the gray room, giving him that option to make you an option, he's going to allow you to be an option. And you don't want to be an option because that leads to situationships, and that leads to confusion, and confusion leads to spiraling, and spiraling leads to trauma, and trauma leads to complete delulu. And we're not trying to get on that track to delulu. We're all delulu enough about other situations in our life. We don't need to be delulu about the men we are seeing, and the man, I should say, not men, man we are seeing and dating. So that 100% is making sure that you're actively not talking to other women, you are not DMing other women, you are giving me dates, you're giving me date nights. We are not doing 2 a.m. booty calls because you is not a roach. Okay, you is not a roach. You're actively taking me out to breakfast. You're paying for things. Now, this is where I think things get a little bit tricky. I think if you are dating someone, especially in today's economy, if you don't have the money to date, if you don't have the financial resources to date a woman, don't do it. Like, don't do it. Be upfront about it, saying, I'm single, I'm not looking to date, but I want this from you. And let the woman have the option to say, okay, this is what can work for me, and work out an agreement. But financial isn't the endpoint. A lot of people feel like financial means the man has to pay for everything, and I'm basically against that, because why should a man have to pay for literally everything? When you're dating to get to know someone. There are definitely options in regards to dating, or how you can go out and about in whatever town you live in and have fun to get to know each other in a low-cost way to a free way. It doesn't have to be romantic fancy dinners every time you meet. It doesn't have to be an area where so much money is being expended by a man that he feels like he's being used, because a man should not feel like he's being used either, just like a woman who is intending to date should not feel like he's being used. But at the same time, this is why it's an issue. This is why relationships tend to be an issue, is that women feel they're wasting their time. Women feel they are giving their 100% into a relationship without the man giving their 100% exclusivity to the relationship. So now we're wasting time. So now we're seeing women say, yeah, take that money. Make sure that man pays for this. Make sure that man pays for gifts. Make sure this man, because girl, you think I'm going to have delulu and broke and trauma and not get paid for my trauma that you caused? Absolutely not. I think, but I'm contradicting myself here a little bit. It's a hard line. You have to vet the man you're seeing. You have to vet the man you're seeing. You have to feel in your gut that this man is going to do right by you. You have to feel in your gut that he's not scum. And that's where the 100 comes in. You have to feel it in your soul. You have to feel it in your gut, and you have to move in ways that show him that you're giving 100. He needs to give that 100 to you. Exclusivity, and that's it. So in regards to no access, it's basically the opposite. You don't get access to me. You don't get to call me at any time of the night. You don't get to call me at any time of the day. You don't get to text me. You don't get to send me flirty messages. You have zero access to my body. You have zero access to taking me out. It's nothing. It's a nothing. And this will make him choose. And this part makes him choose and saves you a lot of heartbreak. And that heartbreak is not knowing where you stand with him. If you give him the option of 0 or 100, he has to go in between there, then okay, cool. You know that if he chooses 100, you're going to be exclusive. You're going to find a relationship, even though it may not last forever. You're going to find a relationship that's valuable in progressing you in life rather than giving you trauma. And then if he says, okay, I'm not ready for that, and he's like, I can give you this, but it's not 100, then your option is 0. Give him 0. Give him no access to you. Don't give that man an option to be from 2% to 99%. Give him 0% or 100%, and that is it. Because you are not an option. You are not like a bottle of milk in a fridge. Am I choosing vanilla almond milk for my shake, or am I choosing regular almond milk for my shake? No, it's either 0 or 100. You are not an option in anybody's life, and you have to make sure you understand that for yourself. It's an ego thing too. I'm not an option. I'm the prize. I am the chosen being that you need to be with, or I'm nothing at all to you. So how do you give a man 0 access? Like I said, just make sure everything you guys discuss in regards to what it means to be in a relationship, because that is very important, because men don't understand definitions nowadays. You have to discuss that everything that means to be in a relationship is that 100%. And if he can't give you everything that you are describing in a relationship, then 0%. Give him no access. Don't make yourself an option. That is it. Honestly, right now I kind of feel like I'm at a point in my life where I can give this advice, because I have dated a lot over the last 3 years of my life. I feel like the last 3 years have been life-changing for me in a way that I have grown to understand my boundaries. I have grown to understand how to vet people, how to allow people into my life, healthy boundaries and healthy avenues for them to be in my life. And I'm allowing myself to understand that trauma exists, and it's okay to climb that trauma. It's okay to feel that hurt. It's okay to understand how you can navigate potential situations in that way. It's okay to understand that there are red flags, and you need to a skirt away from the red flags, because red flags are not as appetizing and good looking as they are not good for the long term. Like, leave the red flags alone. And I know we always have jokes, and we always have things that we say on the internet in regards to memes, like, oh, red flags, I'm attracted to them, red flags are so hot, blah 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 blah. Honestly, if you want a healthy life, honestly, stay away from bad people. Stay away from scum. Stay away from people who are going to take your mental and crumple it up because they honestly do not care about you. And this is not just in any relationship. This is in all relationships, not just romantic, but in parental relationships, in child relationships, in regards to parent-child, in regards to romantic relationships as well, in regards to friendships, in regards to coworkers. Relationships are work. You have to have intention. It's not just attention. You have to have intention with every single person in your life. And that intention is caring and nurturing them to make them feel and make yourself feel like you guys are progressing in some form of avenue in each other's lives. It should never be about one person. Obviously, we all go through things, and we're all there as support systems to each other if you have these relationships in your life. But it should always be a sense of, I'm here for you because I want to grow with you. I'm here with you because I care about you. It's not, I'm here with you because, oh, well, you're just here. Like, it's not cool. It's not cool to date someone and not have an intention of a future with them, because then you're just causing trauma to that person, and you're wasting that person's time. That is unfair. Don't be wasting people's time. Time is valuable. And when you cause trauma in that time that's valuable, that trauma lasts for twice or 3 times as long as your time with that person. So we all need to be careful of who we let in our lives. We all need to be careful of who and how deep our connections go. We all need to be careful about how deep we let our emotions take control of our mental, because we can't control our emotions and we act erratically sometimes, but we need to understand that it's 0 or 100. It's either you give me 100 or I give you no access. Thank you guys for listening to a brand new episode of the Talks with Eriana podcast. I am your host, Eriana, and if you haven't already, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, because you are never going to want to miss out on new topics right here on the Talks with Eriana podcast. We're going to talk about everything under the sun, relationships, people, and etc. I don't have a whole list of things because things just pop up in my head and I want to talk about them. But when I do want to talk about them, this mic will be here to listen, and hopefully you'll be here to listen. So thank you guys for joining me on this brand new episode of the Talks with Eriana podcast, and I will talk to you on the next one. Bye.